So we wait 1 more minute and then we start for others to join. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Stay down. Okay. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Namaom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nite Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashatadeshatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay. Hare Krishna. Welcome all of you to this Friday session that we're taking up some spontaneous topics and trying to shed some light on that from the books given by Srila Prabhupada. So today's topic is instant relief, right? So instant relief is a common word that we always hear in medicinal uh, field, right? बस ये लगा तो instant relief हो जाएगा. And our life is usually surrounded by this word instant messaging, instant automatically. And mostly people are looking for relief. That's always there. They want some relief. So how in this current scenario that we are living in this age of Kali Yuga, and the conditioning that we have, how can we get instant relief? So before we start discussing more detail in that, so what in what situation do we look for relief? What's the scenario that we look for relief? Okay, अभी बस बहुत हो गया, अभी इससे छुटकारा चाहिए. Anything that by personal experience we want to share, that we want just relief immediately from this thing? Yes, bro. In what sense? It's a physical, mental pain, huh? Okay, mental pain. And anxiety. Okay. Yes. Anxiety takes more time than the physical pain. Okay. Anything else? Okay, mother is saying that when she look for relief when she is really going through a lot of physical and mental agony. That time she goes for that. More? When are we looking for relief? So that we can understand what type of relief we are looking for. और कुछ किसी को कुछ बोलना? Mhm. Now I'm facing this physical problem like I can't hear properly. Like due to cold, my whole ears are blocked. Right now, also when I'm giving class, I think I'm the only one who is there talking to myself. That's the feeling. So it's very odd feeling. You cannot hear clearly at a distance more than 4 feet. So it's like really, really heavy. So that's the scenario right now. So I want relief from this. Okay. Some people they are in very financial situation and they want to come out of it. So mostly we as human being, whenever we are in a situation which we are not comfortable with, we want to get out of that, and that's normal. And that's normal. So in this material world, people, by the advancement of so-called material science, they find a way. They found a way how to get how to sort out this so-called problems like physical हो गया तो ये physical problem हो गया तो ये दवाई ले लो and ये ले लो वो ले लो, right? So they are always providing something, but their understanding doesn't go beyond this bodily conception. They think just to do good for this body, okay, that's good enough. But there's something beyond that, and that's where spiritual knowledge comes into the picture, and which changes the whole scenario. So when we talk about relief, when you have taken a proper shelter, that's the first stage of relief. Just for example, you are suffering from some physical issues, but when you reach a doctor, before you take a treatment, when you find out like okay, this is the best doctor, you start experiencing relief immediately. That's the thing which happens. By taking proper shelter from a proper source brings you instant relief immediately. There's no delay in that. There's no delay in that. So this is what we have to do. We have so many problems in our life, but we have created our own ways to sort it out. And the problems again come back in a different intensity and it troubles us. So, this distress will always be there because we have our own karma baggage and it's a heavy bag, I think so. And it's a subtle way of thing to carry, but it's there. That baggage is always there. So, it's said that when someone is working in this sunshine for a long time, right? He gets immediate relief when evening starts coming because the sun intensity gets low and the moon comes up, and the moonshine really provides you relief. It soothes your body and it provides relief in such a way. It's a similarly a person who takes shelter of Lord Krishna or Mukunda can be saved from the fatigue of misidentifying the body with the self. That's interesting statement. So we are all suffering because we think that we are this body. That's the root cause of suffering. If we immediately accept and start living a life, okay, I am not this body, I don't have to do anything related to this body, the distress and happiness, you immediately get relief from anxiety and so called suffering also. Immediately. Because that's the root cause of our suffering. And that's why it said here that if you take shelter of Krishna, one can be immediately saved from the fatigue. Fatigue means you're worn out, you're burnout, You're really burned. You are just exhausted. Why? Because you have to go through so many troublesome things just because you misidentify yourself with the body. That's the main problem in this material world. That identifying with this body. Because if you identify with this body, then you start living and you start planning, you can get entangled into that. Sometimes situations are very favorable. Oh, it's so nice, so wonderful. And all of a sudden, things change. All of a sudden, things just drastically change. And then same thing says, oh, it's so not so nice. It's not like before. Itna acha nahi. It's not really satisfying. So this is a thing which disturbs the mind. And that's why mind gets very agitated. And soul is never satiated. And he tries various ways, various means to satisfy his senses, but he doesn't find them. He doesn't find them. And that's why he struggles. He struggles to stay happy. He struggles to become happy. And he just gets like, what do we say? Bhatak jate in one sense. They are lost. What they have to do, what they should do, how they should do, everything they get confused. So that's why by taking shelter of Mukunda, one can be saved from this fatigue immediately. So we see in Bhagavad Gita also, when before starting Bhagavad Gita, on the battlefield, Arjuna was also having all these symptoms of fatigue. He was shivering, his brain was not working. He's a fighter, right? The symptoms that he was showing were like of a loser kind of thing. But he was like showing them. And why it was happening? Because he misidentified himself with the body. And that's why he said, oh, what will happen to my this, to my uncle, to my dad and that? If I kill them in the name of dharma, then how will I enjoy my opulence? With whom will I enjoy my opulence? And so many things. That's why Krishna chastised Arjuna. You're talking like a pandita, but you're talking all garbage, all nonsense. Because you're all talking from the bodily platform. Everything from the bodily platform. So this body that we have received, it has already a percentage of predestined suffering and predestined happiness. Do we accept with this? That our body is predestined with the amount of suffering and with the amount of happiness. Yes or no? ऐसा है कि डाउट है? नहीं नहीं, मैं चेंज कर सकता हूँ. I think I can change my predestiny with this body. With the body I'm talking about, right? I'm not talking about his soul. Anyone? By doing special puja, they can change the predestiny. Nobody wants to say anything? Or they are readily accepting this?
नहीं चेंज कर सकते प्रभु जी.
नहीं कर सकते चेंज? तो क्यों इतना फिर वो जाते हैं इधर तेल डालने, उधर पूजा करने, ये करने? क्या चेंज करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो लोग? साढ़े साथी? Why people are doing this? Some people wear अंगूठी also on their hands. ये इसका दोष, इसका दोष, उसका दोष. Right? People are doing that, right? Exam नजदीक आ गया, result नजदीक आ गया. Oh, very, very so-called spiritually inclined. So they might think that they're resolving their issues by taking up these so-called shortcuts. But when they take up this shortcut, that is also bringing some same result which is supposed to come, even if you don't follow that so-called shortcut process. If you're going to get distressed and disturbed, even if you follow this anguti thing and this and that, that will be there in some other form. So that's the beauty. There is no material solution to material problems. Only by elevation of your understanding, okay, I'm different from this body. And with that only you can really get free from the effect of this material duality. That's the only way. There is no other way. So that's why we really need to elevate our consciousness that I'm not this body, I'm something more than this, which is spirit soul. I'm just passing through a journey in this body. I'm on a journey. The soul is on a journey. That journey, it's up to him where he wants to go with this particular body that he has got. So it's like a station. Our body is just like a station. So we are going to different, and we are going to different stations. So right now I've stopped on this particular body as a male body. Most of you, some of you might be having a female body. That's your just one station. Don't take it so much so seriously. Even if you want to stay on the station, you can't stay on the station. The train will go on. The train will move on. But we think, oh, so important, so this and so that. And it's just a flash. Our whole movement of our life, 100 years or 200 or 50 years, it will be just a flash when that death arrives. This is what everybody says. सब एक झटके में खत्म हो जाता है. Yeah, ऐसे ही होता है. So that's why we have to elevate our consciousness. I know I'm different from this body. And then we know what type of shelter we have to take. Because we think we are this body, we only look for material solutions. Okay, ये बाबा जी के पास जाएंगे, उसके पास जाएंगे, ऐसा शॉर्टकट मारेंगे, वो मारेंगे, ये मारेंगे. Okay, you get shortcut, you follow shortcut, you get some time bound relief. But no, that problem comes again and again, again and again. It doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. That's why Bhagavad Gita teaches you learn from problems. See opportunities in problems. Don't run away from problems. This is what we have to learn. Spirituality makes you strong to face your problems. It doesn't make you, oh, सब गायब हो जाएगा बस ये मंत्र पढ़ो and ये करो and वो करो. No, no. It doesn't make you blind follower. It makes you strong to follow the problem, to fight the problems or to face the problems. And this is what real spirituality is. Not this hodgepodge, oh ऐसा है and वैसा है, सब बढ़िया हो जाएगा, सब चमत्कार हो जाएगा. Yeah. So the real chamatkar is to have the to get the strength to fight your problems. This is what we want in spiritual life. And this is what we can get by this elevation of consciousness. I am not related to this body. Why I have to take such a burden? I'm just a passenger in this train. Just a passenger. Yantra Rudani Mayaya. We have got this yantra. It has this package of its karma, suffering and distress. I never invite distress, but it comes automatically. It comes automatically. And it goes away also automatically. And when it goes away, I feel some relief also. So that relief people are providing in many ways in this material world. But the real relief is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give us. Real Aushadhi is given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Lord Krishna himself. And what is that Aushadhi? Harinam. Harinam is just like the Aushadhi. It will make us to rise above this mental and this bodily platform. This is what it does. So if in reality, if you want instant relief from any distress that you are facing, because we face distress every day, nobody can reject here. Every day we are facing some issues in our life. And in Kali Yuga, it's more because people are disturbed more. They are less intelligent, they have less health, they have less age also, duration of life, everything is less. But the most thing that the more that they have is they are disturbed. So we're always disturbed by something. If you are not disturbed, then we are more disturbed. तो भाई ऐसा कैसा कुछ सब सही कैसे हो रहा है कुछ गलत नहीं हो रहा है it happens like that also. So that's the issue in Kali Yuga. That's the issue in Kali Yuga. So that's why we have the Aushadhi given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is to chant this holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. As soon as you start chanting this holy name, immediately you feel lifted up. Just like Srila Prabhupada gives an example, just like if a man has fallen into the ocean, I don't know how many of you have seen the ocean. It's huge, right? आप तो बॉम्बे वाले अपने तो देखा रहेगा कितना ह्यूज है. सोचो यू आर इन द मिडल ऑफ द ओशन, nowhere around, and how much you can swim, right? So you will drown. But if someone makes you and lifts you just a feet above the ocean, that lifting only will give you immediate relief. Oh, I'm okay. You're not touching the water, you're not away from the water, you're just a little bit above from water. So this is what happens when you chant Hare Krishna. You chant Hare Krishna. And depending on your intensity and your focus of your chanting, the experience of your uh, getting lifted up will be more and more. If you absorb, you won't even feel that you are around the ocean and you are in distress. You'll be so elevated. So that's what happens when you chant Hare Krishna. It's not an ordinary mantra. Don't take it ordinary. It's Golokera Premadhana, Hari Nama Sankirtana. It's not an ordinary mantra. Don't take it cheaply. Don't take it cheaply. Already we have taken our life, human form of life cheaply. But at least don't take this Hare Krishna Mahamantra so cheap. This mantra is the life and soul of everything in our spiritual life. If with faith, with proper mood, if we chant this mantra, it can really make a huge difference in our existence and in our destination also. So whatever happened in our life, it's said na it was not in our control how we started. Our life started in some particular way. So what happened and happened, but we can decide how it will end. So this is what we have to do. We have to decide how this life will end. So that's why let's make a conscious effort to chant with focus and with love. So when you're chanting Hare Krishna, you're calling the energy and Krishna that please allow me to serve you. Allow me to render service to you. Allow me to develop the mood of a servant because that's what missing. And then when you practically engage your mind and your senses and your intelligence to serve Krishna in some way or other, then you really get purified. Then the name is revealed more to you. You understand the depth of Hare Krishna mantra more. This is how it happens. It's not like, oh, Hare Krishna, Radha Rate ho gaya, and you don't do any service. No, you have to do some service. Without that, you won't advance in spiritual life. There won't be any changes. Only so-called outer piety. Oh, I'm going to temple. Oh, I know I'm a Hare Krishna wala on Sundays. And rest of the days, I don't know which wala I am. But on Sundays, I'm Hare Krishna wala because they have a lot of nice prasadam. No, you have to do more than that. That's why you have to chant Hare Krishna and you have to do some practical services also. And by the combination of these two, then it really, we are talking about some relief. Otherwise, the Maya will always give you troubles. Always. And sometimes it's said, na, trouble a life में भी होता है, अगले life में भी continue होता है. Due to our sinful activity, sometimes we don't even get a human, we don't even get a body in the next life. We get a ghostly body. If you don't have gross body, means you are a ghost. This is what happens. So people they don't get that. That's why if their future generation do some this pitru and this thing, it helps them to get the material body. Otherwise, due to the sinful reaction, they don't get even the body. It's very heavy, very heavy. So yeah, so that's why we have to be really serious of looking for like deep rooted solution, not exterior superficial solution. Oh, बस ये कर लो, ये मंत्र पढ़ लो. जैसे I was going to some contents on YouTube I came across. ये मंत्र पढ़ने से देखो पैसे की कैसी होती है बौछार। नाखून काट, नाखून निकाल के ये पेड़ के नीचे डालिए जमीन के अंदर, देखिए फिर आपका कैसा चलता है कमाल। So such interesting headings, but whew, very hollow, very hollow. No depth, no substance. So initially also I was when I was not into Krishna consciousness initially, when I was in my teenage, struggling for admission in college and so many nonsense things, right? I was in I was fascinated with this. Oh, क्या बात है, ऐसा करने से ऐसा होगा, ऐसा करने से ऐसा होगा. But you are so, but you are controlled by such nonsense suggestions, and that's made me frustrated by what is this nonsense? Like I have to really do this. It sounds fascinating, but it's so stupid, so stupid. That's why Srila Prabhupada is such a genius. He gave us Mahamantra and he gave us philosophy also. Such deep philosophy, such deep practical meaning to that. And that's why it's a whole package. It's a whole package. Some people are very into Babaji kind of thing, totally into chanting. But philosophy is missing. That's why they get deviated. They get deviated. Some are just very hardcore, only Shastra. But no substance, no kirtan, no dancing, nothing. They miss that. But here we have the real philosophy given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Full package, Navda Bhakti. If you do it properly, then you see the miracle. Then you really have the essence of spiritual life. Spiritual life means susukham kartum avyayam. It's enchanting. When we follow the process, that moment itself we feel enchanted. We don't feel bored. We don't feel tired. No, we feel enchanted, and that's the potency of bhakti. If you're not feeling enchanted, means something is going wrong. We are some wrong somewhere. So we have to. That's why we have to correct ourselves. So enchantedly you sleep. Okay, how to sleep enchantedly? Peacefully, without any agitation of mind, you go to sleep and you just fall asleep immediately after 15-20 minutes. Then you enthusiastically you get up early in the morning, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Yes, take bath, chant Hare Krishna nicely. When everybody is sleeping in the night, you chant personally for Krishna. You have personal moment with Krishna. It's so nice. No disturbance. No so-called worldly duties. Only one duty. Chanting attentively Krishna's name. Then you go for Mangal Arati. Take nice darshan of the Lord. Yeah. Then you complete your remaining rounds. Read Bhagavatam. Understand how devotees they live their life. Recently I gave the class on Bali Maharaj. It was really something. We think we are doing something for Krishna. We are giving something to for Krishna. What we can give? Bali Maharaj was the king of the whole universe. Upper planets, lower planets, middle planets. He was the king of all the planets. And he offered all the planets to Lord Krishna as Vaman Dev. Everything Krishna took from him because he offered it. And after offering, Krishna said, now what? Is that good enough? Do you think this is good enough? Oh, you offered me planets, all the planets. Do you think I'll be pleased? He chastised Bali Maharaj. He bounded Bali Maharaj with rope and he insulted him. You promised me 3 steps of land. In 2 steps, I've taken all the three universe, all the three planetary systems. Now you say, now you say. To imagine we are giving our time and in life, and we think when we die, Krishna will so peacefully come to us and take us. And if he says, this is it, do you think this is good enough? This is good enough. The way he did with Bali Maharaj, because we are also a little bit sinful, have asuric mentality. We are not purified yet. So we have to ask ourselves, is that good enough? So nothing is good enough. But when Bali Maharaj said, I have nothing else except my head to offer to you, take this head and put your third step on this. And this won Krishna. Krishna was won immediately with this offering. You cannot compare your head with the three planets. Yes, it's nothing. It's very small. Head किसको सर चाहिए? People want planets, but the way he offered, because he was beggar, we realize that he is a beggar. He has nothing to offer. बस एक body बचा है. ये लो सर मेरे ले लो Krishna. Then Krishna was pleased. That offering was really genuine. So we have nothing to offer in our life. Only our attitude, only our free will, only our love we can offer. So bhaktya mam abhijanati. Krishna can be known, can be pleased by love in our activities, in our offering. That we should focus on. How to make it more and more beautiful, how to make it more and more pure. That should be our focus. And that can happen by doing this sadhana bhakti properly and steadily. So that's the whole science. So it's not about the quantity, it's about the mood and attitude in which we offer to Krishna. And that's the essence. Krishna says patram patram pushpam phalam toyam. You can offer me flowers, leaves, water, yeah, fruits. You can offer me. Yo me bhaktya prayachati. But I only take from my devotees. I don't take from non-devotees. So that's the essence. You have to develop that attitude of a devotee. Only pleasure of Krishna. Don't take, oh, I'm making such a big mandir. Oh, I'm doing such so many lakhs of rupees. Oh, I have done so much big distribution. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Krishna doesn't want all of this. He's not hankering for all of this. He's self-satisfied. But by this, when you offer, you will be purified. Krishna is giving you an opportunity. So don't take the credit for it. But with what attitude you offer, that's more important. And this is what spiritual life will be more about in the further stages. Initial stages, okay, you have to do this, you have to do that. Very good. But then, to maintain enthusiasm, to maintain the taste, then we have to focus on our attitude, how we offer that. And when we develop proper attitude, then we can say, Susukham kartum avyayam. Otherwise, it gets dry, it gets boring. The same process 2 years back was so interesting, but now it's boring. Why? Because we didn't develop a better attitude. So that's why spiritual life means to go deeper, diving deep. There's one book by my Guru Maharaj, Diving Deep. We have to dive deep. Really, we have to dive deep. You might chant Hare Krishna like a parrot right now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. And Prabhupada says, when death comes, just like a cat which catches a parrot. And what happens when a parrot gets caught? Ka, 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 ka. He cannot chant Krishna. He cannot chant Krishna's name. So that's the thing. That's the thing. So don't be like a parrot. Oh, Krishna, Krishna. Yes, yes. Be genuine. Be genuine. Be more focused. Be more transparent. Be more, try to do more with substance. So that should be our focus. Okay. So, yes, relief is there, and we want ultimate relief. We don't want to come back again in this material world, either in man's body or in woman's body. Both are problematic. We just want to go back to our Lord Krishna, back home, back to Godhead, back home, really. This is not our home. Seriously, this is not our home. Our home is with Krishna and his devotees. So, this is what we should plan and try to strive for. Okay, that's it. This is my class on today's session. Any questions, any comments we can take? Any questions, any comments? Yes, Bhumika Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Very nice class. Thank you so much. And I have to leave, so I thought I'll just say thanks to you and leave. I have to go out now. So Hare Krishna,
No
Prabhuji.
problem. Thank you. Yes, Light of Bhagavat. Oh. But you remember that you read yesterday, right? That's a good start. That's a good start. Yeah, we can't recall all the contents that we read. It happens, but some statement will touch your heart. Some statement will be like, Eureka, oh, this is like, wow, seriously, it's clearly said here. So that statement will be coming initially, and then it gets much more better and better and better. But we keep on reading. Reading is a mean to purify our consciousness. So we cannot understand everything because it takes time to understand. But we should keep on reading because these words are very much potent. So no problem. But whatever we read has practical application also. So we should note some important points somewhere if we like something and try to meditate on that. Okay, how can I apply this thing in my daily life into practice? So we should do mananam. When we do mananam, we get understanding, okay, how to apply practically. And when we apply practically, we don't have to remember. It's just part of our life. So like that. So no problem if you can't remember, but keep on reading. Anything else? Um, क्या हुआ केयोर? Okay. This is interesting, huh? How we can change the backdrop and everything. Yeah. Yeah. So Maya also changes like this only. She changes our backdrop. Sometimes so nice, so wonderful, and immediately scary and horror comes in our life, and disturbance come in our life, volcanoes come in our life, in our mind also. So this is the arrangement of Maya. Shif, and it's heavy like anything. It's heavy like anything. So by practice of Krishna consciousness, which means taking shelter of Krishna, we are saved from the onslaught of Maya in such a wonderful way. We don't even realize that we are really saved, but we don't misuse this favor that Maya does on us by leaving us alone. We should not try to misuse that and try to do nonsense. No, we should be grateful that Maya is serving Krishna so nicely, and when we try to serve Krishna, she allows us to do that, and we should really try to do our best to please Krishna, not to find ways to exploit material nature and try to enjoy and do all nonsense things. So that's the arrangement in this world. Maya is always active. If you're not active, then she is 24 hours, 7 weeks always active. So that's why if you are not with Krishna, you are with Maya. You cannot say, oh, I'm on my own, I'm alone. No problem. No. There is never a moment. If you're not with Krishna, you are with Maya. If you are not with the sun, you are with the shadow. This is how it happens. So we have to keep ourselves always near to Krishna, with Krishna. So then only we can really save ourselves. Otherwise, it's scary. Yeah. So, no questions? सब कुछ आता है आप लोगों को? Light of Bhagavad. Yes, Mataji. Mhm. Yes. It's in, if you read teachings of Lord Chaitanya, so there is explained the potency of the Lord. So Radharani is pleasure-giving potency of the Lord. It's called Haladani. These are all technical words. Samvid Sandhini. I'm also not much into what we say into all this technical stuff. But as per Siddhanta, there is Shaktiman and there is Shakti. So Krishna is the source of all the potencies, all the energies, and as he is the Shaktiman, so the energy is supposed to serve the Shaktiman. So this is how it happens. That's why Lord Balram is the first expansion from Lord Krishna. So there is Sevaya Bhagwan and there is Sevaka Bhagwan. So Lord Balram is the Bhagwan aspect of the Lord, but who serves the Lord? He shows how to serve. That's why he's Sevak Bhagwan. And whom he's serving? It's Lord Krishna. Sevya Bhagwan. This is how the expansion takes place. And they're all in one line just to serve Lord Krishna. So this is how it's there. If you need more technical details, you can do initial level. You can read teachings of Lord Chaitanya, and more detailed level you can go in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So that's the thing. So yeah, but it's very uh just like Sarva Dhamma Pradejya Mamekam Sharanamaja Aham Tvam Sarva Papavi Mokshishami Masucha. Yes. So someone can explain word to word in a very Sanskrit elaborate way. That's nice, but the essence is to surrender to Krishna. So if you know all the technical details, but if you're not surrendered to Krishna, what's the point of knowing the technical details? So after knowing the technical details, the essence is to do it. So technical terms, yes, people have different kinds of mind, and there's no wrong, there's no harm in going into technicality for our own understanding. You should not get complicated by going through it because there's so many technical things which will come ahead. And this is not so much technical, Santini, some way. It's their words, so which has some particular meaning and everything. But the whole essence of all the teachings that we get is to know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So there is no jumping in this. No, you're not jumping when you're reading that. But when you present philosophy, you don't use these technical terms with person who have not read even Bhagavad Gita to show off your scholarlyship. You keep it simple as per the audience, right? And simple things get digested very nicely, right? We all know that. So we have to keep the menu very simple, not complicated. Otherwise, things already goes bouncer. Why to make it more complicated? So yes, they are important for understanding, and they are in Shastra, so that's why they are important. But when we present a philosophy, we present as per the audience. We don't just show our scholarship because, oh, I read this word, oh, I know this word. You don't know what you have read. So, not like that. In Haladini potency, also, there are so many potencies, which I also can't recall. But what I focus usually is on the Siddhanta, on the basic principle. And that's my whole focus is always on Siddhanta. And that's always nice. Okay. Yes, Bhagatji. You are muted.
Am I audible now, Prabhuji?
Hmm.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. First of all, thank you for the words of wisdom and the nectar of divine knowledge that you are sharing with us. So my question is as follows: we are all trying very hard to, worship Krishna. So out of these four paths, that is Bhakti Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Raj Yoga, Karam Yoga, I believe Bhakti Yoga is
So
probably
which
the best.
yoga? Which
Bhakti
yoga?
Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Raj Yoga, Karam Yoga. These four paths I've mentioned in the Bhagavad
Karma
Gita.
yoga, dhyan yoga, karma yoga, dhyan yoga, buddhi yoga, jnana yoga, and bhakti yoga. 5 yogas. Okay. Then
5 yogas, right? So we are chanting mechanically, like over the years we are chanting and we are not getting the
yeah,
results. So,
some people are chanting mechanically. Some yes. Okay.
so assuming if we are chanting 20 years mechanically and 1 year only we are chanting with full devotion, then we can attain moksha in 1 year also. But my question is, I want to chant to Krishna, but that bhav is not there. How a 3-year-old child is weeping for his mother. If the mother goes away, the 3-year-old child is weeping. So how to develop that type of bhav? So I can constantly weep for Krishna, and within 6 months I want moksha, not more than six
Are
months.
you married, Prabhu?
Uh, I am not finding a Krishna conscious wife, and until I find a Krishna
No,
conscious
no,
wife,
that's
I
not
have.
my question. My question is, are you married now? No,
No,
now.
I'm not married. I'm not
Okay.
married,
Yeah.
Prabhuji.
So, have you seen a married couple
Yes, Prabhuji.
with children? So, children's when they are small, they are mischievous and they are very smart also. So, they cry whenever they have any problem or they want anything. They cry. So, whenever they cry genuinely or they cry to get something, to get attention. The mother or father, they always respond. And mother father always knows ये cry genuine है कि fake है, but they will always respond. So when we are chanting Hare Krishna, we are crying for Krishna. So some crying might be like fake, some crying might be really genuine with heart, with devotion, but Krishna always reciprocate. Krishna always reciprocate. So there is nothing like Krishna doesn't reciprocate. When you are following the process, the result is always there. But we, as spiritualists, are result oriented. We are always focused on one thing to serve Krishna. That's our only focus, and that's our eternal position to serve Krishna. And once we are situated in that, all other things will follow. The bhav, the guna, nama, rupa, gunil, everything will follow. We have to just wait for that, for the right time to come. We just don't go for that. And we can't demand. It's been 15, 20 years. It's been like this year. It's been so many years. I've been doing this. No, it doesn't depend on that. It doesn't depend on that. It's more than that. So things will happen. It has
And
happened and it will happen
one more
with time.
question, Prabhuji. Since the parents are pressurizing me every day to get married because I'm 34, if I explain to my parents that I want a Krishna conscious wife, they'll be like, "क्या बकवास कर रहा है?" So should I tell this to my parents that I'm on the spiritual platform and either I will stay single all my life or I will only marry a Krishna conscious wife, or I should not discuss it with my parents and be quiet about it? Because their thinking is in the material world कि पैसा कमाओ, धंधा चलाओ, family business करो, घूमो. They don't understand concepts like Bhagavad Gita, moksha, Krishna conscious life partner.
Uh-huh.
Is a very different type of problem.
So even though you both are Krishna conscious, still fireworks will always be there of the material world between husband and wife. That is always there. But when you find a partner whose whose focus is also to practice spirituality, to gradually incline more towards spirituality, then it helps the man to be detached. Otherwise, the wife can make you really, really nicely attached also and can really bound you. So, by having a Krishna conscious partner, either man or woman, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter means like for man, it's a woman, for woman, it's a man. The Krishna conscious partner helps them in the spiritual life. But even though both are devotees, still things happen which are disturbing. So when you are asking me about parents, main thing is that if you are married and if you are planning to stay with your parents, parents need to be a little bit supportive to what you are doing. Otherwise, they might give trouble indirectly to your wife, and that will trouble you directly. So some things need to be set out clear. This is what I want. This is how things must be done. I'm not a 20-year-old boy. I'm 34 right now, 30, whatever is the scenario. And we have to find out a middle way, something like that, and go for that. And go for that. Nothing will happen automatically. It will take some time, but we have to really make things clear. What we want to do with our life, how we want to do, and we are not Bhaktimanga Brahmachari as you are getting married. So I don't think so. Parents might be having any issues. So that's it. Tell them and make it clear. But if you ignore them and if you get married and if you stay with your parents, in case you stay with your parents, then it will be trouble for your married life. If they don't change their opinion, if they change their opinion with time, and it happens also, people change opinion with time when you practice spirituality, then things will get better. If not, then things might get ugly. And this initial 3 years of a married life are very vital. That's the testing period, the period where you will be tested, your commitment, your dedication. After that, things get okay, stable. So yeah, the new girl needs protection, especially from her husband, from whatever comes in a family thing. So that's why
Thank you. One
be
last
wise
question,
in
Prabhuji.
making
Yeah.
decisions.
One last question. In this world of materialism and corruption and only material things, where can a person find a Krishna conscious wife?
The one who is Krishna conscious can find a Krishna conscious person.
Okay.
So we can't judge so exteriorly. So when we are Krishna conscious, it's not difficult to find a Krishna conscious person.
So that person will automatically come into your life. That is what you're saying.
When one is Krishna conscious, he knows who is Krishna conscious and who is not Krishna conscious. And if we can become a devotees, yes, there are many other devotees also all around us.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Much appreciated.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay. Krishna conscious married life. Yeah. Yes. My spiritual master used to speak in one class, like he said. Some people come to him and ask, should I get married? Maharaj says, yes. Should I not get married? Maharaj said, yes. Should I be brahmachari? Yes. Should I be grasta? Yes. Should I be vanaprastha? Yes. Should I go to US to earn more money? Yes. Should I stay here and do simple living? Yes. Because Maharaj in the end said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because devotional service is not dependent on your material situation. It's not dependent. It's independent of that. It disability has to purify you, whatever you take, the path you choose. But devotional service is much more than that. It's much more than that. So don't worry. If you, by arrangement of your piety, you get a nice wife, Krishna conscious wife, you are very lucky. And it will be make things simple for you. Not easy, but simple for you. Not so easy. And if not, she will burn you, she will fry you. That will also help you because you will never desire to come back in this material world and get married. The things can be taken very nicely Krishna conscious way. Depends how you look at it. So the whole focus is on Krishna, is serving Krishna. So whatever happens with us, good wife, bad wife, don't worry too much about that. Good, bad. Everything will help you to become more Krishna conscious if your focus is on Krishna. So that should be our aim, not so much overthinking. Oh, ऐसा करना and वैसा करना, ये करना, वो करना. Not getting too much entangled in these material things. It's just part of our life. I have this nature where I need support, emotional support. Okay, then let me choose Grihastha Ashram and follow the rules and regulations of Grihastha Ashram. And if not, you're not responsible, and this and that, you have issues, you don't want to stay, no problem, stay alone. But stay in an ashram. Don't be a bachelor daddy outside. This is what Prabhupada says. So ashram gives you shelter to practice spirituality. So we have to decide what ashram and we have to follow its duties. And the whole essence is to develop love for Krishna. Whatever happens in the ashram, it will purify you. Good, bad, nice. Srila Prabhupada was also married. His wife was very, very nice. But still, when they got like when they were getting more age, she was having a different perspective on life, and that inspired Prabhupada to take vanaprastha and then sannyas. So it's not a problem, not a problem. Krishna has its arrangement. Main thing is to be always fixed on Krishna. That's it. If your wife is helping you in that, you have to see it as arrangement of Krishna. If the wife is disturbing you in that, then you have to find some other ways to focus on Krishna. And that also you have to take it as an arrangement of Krishna. What happens is just to make us awake from the dream that we are living in. Oh, this material world is such a nice place. No, wake up. It's not a nice place. It's a troublesome place. So that's the essence. Okay, so we have 2 minutes more. Last any question or any comment we can take now. Oh, you Bombay wala are very lucky. You don't have a winter season there. Vrindavan is 2 degrees Celsius. Today was better. It's so cold. Most of my life I was in Mumbai, so for me cold is like tough. But still it's nice because it's Vrindavan and you get to take darshan of the Lordship, so it's nice. So this small issues like winter and cold water and cough and so many issues, they're part of our life. So no problem. Not to complain too much on that. When we take darshan of the Lord, we forget all these other things. Similarly, when you take darshan of the Lord, you forget your problems. Don't worry too much on that.
Prabhuji, can you share your contact
Okay,
number in the chat?
so no question.
Can you share your contact number in the chat,
My
Prabhuji?
chat. My contact number. With whom you are connected, Prabhu?
I am connected with Mahapati
In
Ramdas.
the Light of Bhagavad group, you are connected with whom? Who?
Mahapati Ramdas
Mahapati Ramdas.
and
Okay.
Dhanvantri Prabhu.
So whenever you call me, we fix a time before you call me because I have a particular schedule, so I would be able to attend call anytime, and I'm very slow to reply also on the messages. So I'll share my number on the chat box now. But we decide what time we discuss whatever we want to discuss. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Uh, okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.